gonna be a brow tutorial, but I wanna do like a little disclaimer before. And dealing with social media, you gotta deal with people in their comments, so I guess I'm ready for it. But I just want to explain why I do what I do to my brows before anybody inbox me with some foolishness, okay? So my eyebrows are only halfway there. I do intentionally wax off most of my eyebrow to get the shape that I want, because naturally my eyebrows grow all the way down here, and even if it was arched or waxed or whatever, the hair still will be down here. So I, like, if you look, you can kind of see that my hair stops right there. So I do that because I want more eyelid space for the eyeshadow. But I do leave the hair here so that I can kind of have a starting point. There is guidelines for your brows. So you could take any straight edge object. It can be a comb, it can be a pencil, a pen, any straight edge object. But this is gonna let you know where your brow should start, where your brow should end, and where your arch should be. So here's just a random image I found from Google. I Googled brow mapping, that's what it's called. You guys can Google that and you will find a lot of examples on how to properly measure your eyebrows. I see people with their brows drawn clear down here. Like, where are you going with that? That don't even look cute. There's some people walking around. Their brows start right there and the other one starts right there. Super close together. That's not cute. Okay, so now that I got that out the way, let me take my makeup off so that I can start the tutorial for you guys. All right, so you guys see what my brows look like with no makeup on it? Like how I was telling you, these are freshly waxed. I did this like 2 or 3 days ago. Here is where your brows should technically start, which mine do, and same on this side. And then you use this point also for your arch, which is why my brow is missing right there, because I want an actual arch that people can see. I don't want a little small arch. I want my arch, I don't want to say dramatic, but I want it to be like her brows are arched. So you see it should start, that should be the highest point of my brow. And then the corner of your eye, brow should not go past that point. We could go ahead and get started. I'm just gonna tell you guys what I use, how I do what I do. If you don't agree with it, please stay out of my inbox, because this is just the way I do it. It's not even a right way, it's just my way, okay? I always use something to prep my brows. So I used the Becca Ever Matte Poreless Priming Perfector because I'm oily. So I usually put that on my brows, a little bit on my forehead, and all on my nose, because I get very oily, and when my face is oily, it's hard for my brow pencil to go on correctly. Okay, so the tools that you would need is one angled brow brush. This is for my pomade. So I have one for my pomade, and this is a Coastal Scents makeup brush. I don't know the number or anything. I ordered this centuries ago from Coastal Scents. So the next thing is a different brow. This is a angle. No, this is like a straight brow brush. But anyway, this is the Morphe M432 brush. you'll see how I use these two very differently. This is my brow pencil of choice. This is the Milani Easybrow. So the Milani Easybrow in what color is this? Dark brown. All right, so it goes on so easily, and it's mechanical, auto mechanic, so you can, you know, twist it when it gets dull or whatever. And it also has this spoolie on the end, which is going to come in handy. Or eyebrow mascara wand thing, I don't know what they want to call it. Okay, so that. Now lately I have been using the Crayon case. This is called iBrow Pomade, and this is in dark brown. So I use this concealer, the L'Oreal Infallible Full Wear concealer. This is in the number 415. It's called Honey. This is actually for underneath my brows, cleaning up underneath my brows. And then I use LA Girls in Beautiful Bronze for the top of my brow. So underneath my brow is like the highlighter color, which is where this comes in. So first I start off with my mechanical pencil, the Easybrow in dark brown, and I'm just gonna outline the shape. Okay, so let's just go ahead and do that. So I always visualize how I want my brows before I start filling them in. So be sure to kind of have a game plan or visualize in your mind how you want your brows to be. Still keeping in mind the brow mapping. I take the first angle brush. Yeah, this will be an angle brush. And then I take the brow pomade and I fill in my brow with that. Cause really I tried to just fill it in and draw the shape with the pomade, and it doesn't work for me. I have to draw it with the pencil first and then fill it in with the pomade. And I just kind of get a little bit of that on the brush because you don't want to use too much. And then as I get kind of closer towards where my brow's supposed to start, I try to lightly feather it because I'm gonna want this, I don't want it to be really harsh right here, which we're gonna use the mascara portion of that brow pencil to fade that out later. Now we can go in with the spoolie and kind of blend out this part. And it might look messy, but that's okay because we're gonna clean it up with the concealer. So just kind of, it's almost like you're trying to rub that off right there in the beginning. So even if it ends up spreading out towards here, it's fine. Because again, we already know where the brow is supposed to actually start. All right, so that's diffused out pretty good. That is when the lighter concealer comes in and the second brow brush. Okay, so I guess if you don't wear eye makeup or you're not trying to get like that under eye highlight, then you can use a concealer that matches your skin. So this is going to, you use this as an eraser. You're using concealer as an eraser. Even when you use it under your eye, you're using it as an eraser to erase your dark circles. I like to take the brush and just kind of like rub it like that, I don't know. And then the consistency of this is really good because it spreads really easily. So let me show you guys what I do. So I'm just imagining how I want my brow in my mind, and then this is my eraser. So let's erase what doesn't look neat. See? Still keeping in mind your mapping, the brow map. So then, of course, once you erase what you're gonna erase, you feather or just blend the excess down. Like, look, that's already popping. It's already popping, sis. It's already popping. All right, so y'all look at the difference. Anyway, this is where the concealer that matches your skin comes in. I'm using the same brush that I did my under eye with. And I'm doing the same thing. I'm just gonna get some of that on my brush. I'm not getting a whole ton of it because you really don't need a lot. So now we're gonna go on top of the brow and we're gonna clean that up. We're gonna erase what we need to erase, or just basically clean it, make the brow look sharper. That's what concealer does anyway. And I try to do this in like one motion. I don't try to like keep lifting the brush up, because then that's when you're gonna keep making mistakes. So then you just kind of feather this up or blend it up and blend it into your skin. Boom. All right, so now what I do, I go right in the beginning of my brow, not adding any more product to my brush, and I just kind of try to erase the square that's right here, and I just try to make it look more like my eyebrow is fading out right there, because I don't want blocky eyebrows not right there. I don't. You just want it to look kind of natural. See how it's like faded out and then it goes into the shape? I'm gonna go off camera right quick, do my other eyebrow, come back, show you what both of them look like. Okay, so you guys can see this eyebrow was done with concealer and this eyebrow was only filled in. You have to use concealer to clean your brow up. There's no way you can draw your brow on and it automatically be this perfect. The concealer is the key. So now I'm gonna go back off, clean this one up with the concealer, and come back and show you guys the difference. Okay, I'm back. So this eye has concealer that matches my skin, and you can see how much different it looks since I've cleaned it up with the concealer. And look at the fade. Look how great that fades out right there. Because even though your brows are made up, you still want them to look somewhat natural. And like over here, I can already tell that my brow stops a little bit short. So if that happens to you, then all you have to do is take the mechanical pencil, the brow pencil, and lightly extend your tail a little bit. And then if you have to, you could just clean it up with concealer.